Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here.
We're at a
Hunter
hotel.
is here. Yes, we are actually at the Marbrissa Resort, I believe. It's a Hilton-owned property that's literally right on the backside of Legoland California, which is where we're heading today, which is really cool. But there's also a Sheraton here and a Westin, so it's really just a nice little resort area. We played some Connect 4 yesterday, and there's a couple different pools. And honestly, I kind of want to do a tour of the place, but we'll see if I end up doing that maybe like tomorrow morning, because I think we're gonna go to SeaWorld tomorrow, because might as well, because we're in the middle of Carlsbad right now. So, but there is a walking trail that you can take over to Legoland through the back way. So we will actually enter into the park on the back side, which is completely cool. So we won't get that amazing first view in the front entrance, but we will get a cool little area that is filled with a playpen. Not really a playpen, it's like a full playground.
It's more of a massive jungle gym.
Pretty much, yeah.
Challenge.
Themed to a medieval fort, which is really cool. But we used to go to this park all the time. It was probably our second or third most visited, if you technically count DCA as a separate park from Disneyland. It was our third most visited park until probably about 6-7 years ago. Actually, until realistically 2 years ago, it was our third most visited park. We used to come down here all the time because we just loved it as little kids. But we haven't been since Ninjago opened. Ninjago was under construction the last time we came. So we've got a lot of new things to go check out, and I can't wait to go in. So let's go down the trail. So it is a little cloudy today, but that's okay. Honestly, I think it's deterring some of the crowds that we were expecting, because it is Father's Day. So we were expecting at least a little more crowded than usual Sundays. But yeah, it's not bad. And this is just kind of a look at the resort real quick. I think this is the Westin entrance right here. But yeah, it's a very nice little property. I really enjoy it. Pathway that we're taking through one of the parking lots here, the actual Hilton check-in spot, whatever you want, the lobby, that's what it's called, is right over here. So yeah, I know Hunter is just face pumped. But yeah, we're gonna walk this way, and then this leads straight to the trail. So let's head that way. Get to the trail itself. It kind of twists and turns all the way down here. You got an arrow over there, and you follow the bike path that way. But here you have a great sight line of the Chima Water Park, which is new to our eyes, as well as that pirate ride. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Pirate Reef. It's like a little shoot-to-shoot. And then there is the main Legoland water park over there, which is really new to us as well. Walking in, we spotted Deep Sea Adventure, which is one of the newest attractions to Legoland California. And this actually took up the spot of one of my favorite old attractions, and that was the mini golf course over here, which I'm actually kind of sad about, but it is down right now. It has been down for a little bit, so hopefully we'll get to ride this a little later in the day. So here's probably the most extreme attraction at Legoland, and that is Knight's Tournament. And that's pretty much just, imagine Forbidden Journey at Universal Studios Hollywood, but in a stationary plot, and maybe inverting over 20 times on level 5. And there is 5 different levels to this ride, so you can actually go for a really calm ride or a really extreme one, like you're riding a dragon. So we just took a quick stroll down Castle Hill, which is arguably one of the best themed areas in the park, as well as just in Southern California. Honestly, the castle is really nice looking. But we're strolling down to Miniland to get a look at that before we actually do any rides today, just to get as much time spent on that before we actually just marathon as many things as possible. So yeah, why not look at it in the sun instead of when it's darker out. So also, the park does close at 7, so don't expect this park to be open later than 8 on most days. Even Saturdays is only 8 o'clock. So it is definitely more of a family friendly park. It's mainly for kids, I would say, for sure. But I mean, there's a lot to do besides just the rides. And I mean, a lot of the rides we probably won't even be able to ride because we're a little too tall. We don't have a kid with us, so. But now we're walking towards Miniland, and that means we're gonna run into a lot of famous people, like Pavarotti right here, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was the governor of California at one point, and then Albert Einstein, Salvador Dali, he's new. It used to actually just be presidents, I'm pretty sure, at least as I remember, but now it's just a bunch of famous people, which is actually kind of cool. There's Beethoven. We just passed by Queen Elizabeth II. Is that Winston? Yeah, it is. But yeah, it used to be just presidents, so like Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and it went all the way down. But kind of interesting change for sure. But speaking of presidents and George Washington, we're coming along Washington, D.C., which is looking fabulous. And in Miniland, there are a lot of little gags and little funny jokes. Here you can see Thomas Jefferson statue trying to leave his own memorial. Miniland also features everything from the big stuff like the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial, even to the Georgetown Lock, which is really kind of cool to see kind of these more obscure landmarks being used in Miniland. And you can see the ever famous sign for the fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, as well as some new UFOs, as well as a ton of aliens, which is kind of funny. And here is the famous Rockefeller Center, which is actually where I believe NBC is pretty much headquartered, NBC Universal, and that's where Jimmy Fallon is taped, as well as SNL and the Seth Meyers show. And there's actually a Lego store down in one of these buildings here. We do have a confirmation this is just all Southern California kind of clumped into one, which is really cool because we do have our own racing track. And I mean, tons of this stuff. It's just kind of cool to see this new addition. And I mean, we are famous for our amusement and theme parks, that is for sure, as you can see here. Oh, the Castle Catapult. I love this, actually. It's really cool to see all this as a brand new area. Oh, it's actually representing Legoland, which is funny because Legoland doesn't have any of these rides, but that's fine. They do not have mini golf either, but that's fine. Yeah, I wish they still had mini golf, but this is really, really cool to have Legoland, or just theme parks in general, represented over here. Oh, uh-oh, that's not good. But it's really cool to see all of this as a brand new addition to Miniland. So now we've taken a little walk from San Francisco all the way to Naboo? What? Hey Hunter. Hey Hunter.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yes, there's always a bigger fish. And here you have it. The Millennium Falcon made out of Lego. This is about 4 times bigger than the actual set that they sell. It's very, very impressive, if I do say so myself.
If they did sell this.
If they sold it, it would be worth like at least a good $5,000 or so, is my guess. And you've even got Han and Chewie in the cockpit. Now here's probably the most impressive model. It's the newest one to Star Wars Miniland, and that is the finalizer right here. Part of Episode 7's exhibit on Jakku, which is really incredible to see all of this just for Episode 7. I don't know if they're adding to Episode 8. There's not really much space to do that, but we will just have to wait and see. This took, I think, another 2 years after Episode 7 came out to even open, so it does definitely take its time, especially that thing. That's got to be at least 10,000 pieces. It's incredible, but yeah, it's looking fantastic, and you can even see Poe running away from Kylo. And BB-8 is over there, as well as BB-8 is also with Rey over by this AT-AT that has fallen. But oh, it's really cool to see all of this detail in this Miniland, as well as this crashed Star Destroyer. And then here's Luke, Leia, and Ewok, which is actually Wicket W. Warwick, who is probably the most famous, I would say. And then Darth Vader. As we walk by a still closed deep sea adventure, we see some wildlife hanging out, which is really cool, and it's a nice reminiscence of what the mini golf course used to be like. Adventure is most likely opening up soon because there are a bunch of people lining up and kind of blocking the pathways right now, so it's kind of difficult to walk through this, but hopefully we get on it soon. So as you make it back up to Castle Hill, we've got one of our favorite rides from our childhood, and that is the Joust, which is just filled with corny, childish jokes, which are pretty awesome, I would honestly say. I really miss this ride, but there is definitely a height limit for it, so you can't be over, I think, like 5 feet tall. So yeah, definitely more for the kids, sadly. Now we're gonna head to arguably the most famous coaster in all of Legoland, and that is the Dragon, which is probably gonna be the best coaster here. I mean, arguably, it's got its own custom layout and everything. Well, not really custom, but let's go do it. But there is tons of gravestones talking about who the dragon's actually taken out, because the dragon is quite the feisty feller. So let's see if we can survive the 20-minute wait for it, which is actually not bad at all, especially for Father's Day. But yeah, it's really kind of weird to be back here, honestly. Really weird. We made it through the queue in about actually 10 minutes. Let's take a ride on the Dragon. So we just got off of Dragon, or the Dragon, or Dragon Coaster, as it's set on a couple different sites actually. It's always a great family ride. I'd even say closer to possibly a kid's ride. It's got a nice dark ride portion in the beginning, but there is no on-ride filming whatsoever on that ride. So they've even got a big sign plastered, no photography whatsoever within the first room. So yeah, no, we could not take the GoPro on there, sadly, but I'm sure there's tons of POVs you can go find now. But I don't know where we're gonna go next, probably towards Technic Coaster, maybe towards the Egyptian area to go check that out. But for right now, we're gonna get our last look, at least for right now, of Castle Hill and the actual castle. Man, is it cool to see the coaster going from down below. You can get some kind of cool vantage points from this walkway walking out of Castle Hill. But we're heading that way towards the Wild Mouse, Technic Coaster, whatever, I don't know. All these rides have very different names at very different points of places. Yeah. So we made it to the Egyptian area. I believe is it Adventure Zone? I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember any of this stuff that I used to know so well at this park. But yeah, hopefully we'll be riding Lost Kingdom Adventure later in the day. But we're gonna go get some food right now. We're gonna go to the Pizza and Pasta Buffet over by Technic Coaster, which is actually just right here. So looking at this mock classic Wild Mouse coaster, this is actually a complete clone of Coast Rider, or I should say Coast Rider is a clone of it. But right next to it is the Pizza and Pasta Buffet. Recently redone, it seems, but we're gonna head in here to get some late lunch. Hey, it's Tony. I thought you were in Orlando. Where's Tim? So we changed our minds. We don't want a buffet, so we're not gonna go into here, but we're gonna look at Technic Test Track Coaster, whatever it is. I still don't know what the official name is, and go past Bionicle Blasters, which is just a teacup ride, and we're gonna go this way to find another pizza joint. So we made our way to Pizza Mania, which I will actually give a better definition of where this is, but this is where the giraffes are, as well as Albert Einstein and a giant T-Rex. Here's a quick look at the menu and the prices, which actually are not bad. So here's the brownie. We've already taken bites out of it, but each pizza is, I think, a 7-inch personal pizza. And it does come with a breadstick, so it's not actually a bad price for what you get, and this is actually less expensive than some of the personal pizzas that we could buy at home. So it's not bad at all. No. And the brownie's not bad either. So we just ate at Pizza Mania, which is just to the left of us right there. And also, that's where Washington, D.C. for Miniland is. But here's AquaZone Wave Racers, one of my old favorite rides. I used to love this thing. Super simplistic. You just go around in a circle and you can kind of drift out a little bit, and you can get a little wet from these little buttons that Hunter is pressing right here. Like that. And it can get you quite soaked if you're in the right spot. But it was just a lot of fun when I was a little kid. I mean, it felt like we were drifting and going 50 miles an hour, which is not true, obviously. But it is a great little quick ride that can be pretty enjoyable for what it is, honestly. Hey, we're coming up on Lost Kingdom Adventure, a shooting dark ride that, I mean, is pretty cutesy in all honesty, just like the rest of Legoland. But let's go wait. I think it's a 20-minute wait, so it's not too bad. So let's go do it. So we just got off of Lost Kingdom Adventure. It's just your basic, like, classic shooting dark ride. A lot of the targets aren't working anymore, so that's kind of stinks. But I mean, there's nothing we can really do about that besides hope, you know. So Hunter actually beat me with a score of 660, but I got the ever so coveted score of 420. So
who cares?
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go on the second coaster of the day, and that is, well, it says Lego Technic Project X Test Track, or Lego Technic Coaster, or I don't know the name, but let's do it. This is just your standard mock Wild Mouse, exactly the same as Coast Rider, except with more comfortable restraints. So let's do it. I mean, why not, you know? It's only about a 10-minute wait, too. Oh, and the soundtrack is starting to bring back memories of waiting half hours in this line. So we just got off of Lego Technic Coaster Project X, whatever you want to call it. It's literally just Coast Rider, if you did not know. It's actually Coast Rider is a clone of this, but this doesn't have the dang awful shin guards, so it's a lot better. And I mean, it's literally Coast Rider, except everything is better except for the paint, I would say. And the station is a little better on Coast Rider, but that's about it. So it's smoother, you get more laterals, it's not trimmed to heck and back. So yeah, actually really enjoyable for a wild mouse, I will say that right now. But now we're probably gonna go on Bionicle Blaster, which is just right in front of us, because why not? It's a teacups ride, might as well do it. So when I was a little kid, Bionicle was the Lego to get. I mean, it was everywhere in my childhood, honestly. I still have 2 of the movies at home that I totally didn't watch last year. But yeah, Bionicle. I'm surprised this ride is actually still themed to Bionicle, because Bionicle kind of did die out a little bit. I know they tried to renew it in the past couple of years, and it didn't do too well. But it's just nice that they still have it here in its old form. So let's go on Bionicle Blaster. So we just rode Bionicle Blaster. There's no on-ride filming, so Hunter and I are both swaying now. We can't stand up straight. We pretty much spun it to heck and back as hard as possible, and it got to us. It got to us a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. My deltoids are burning right now, though, because this is definitely a harder teacups ride to spin. So, like, it's really got a restraint on it, but hey,
Forgot his name.
yeah, so did I. I only watched the movie like religiously. But now, speaking...
No, he's not from the movie. He's from the original. Movie was Second Wave, I think.
No, the first movie wasn't? Oh, no, it wasn't.
I don't remember.
Obviously not. But, speaking of things he actually remembers, Lego Ninjago has its own land now. So we're going to go check that out as our next ride of choice, because there is a Ninjago ride. That is a dark ride that is kind of like a shooting dark ride, except you don't touch anything. You use your hands and you like chop in the air, which is kind of cool. But we're gonna head that way just to go check it out, because the last time we were here, it was still being built. So, but he knows everything about Ninjago.
Not really. Not the newer stuff. The older stuff, yeah.
Like first gen, I guess you would say.
No,
right?
not first gen.
Oh.
I'd say first 4 to 5 gens.
Oh my gosh, there's not been that many gens. But
Yes,
anyways,
there has.
let's
There's
go.
been like 9.
Let's go to Ninjago World, shall we? So we just came over from Bionicle Blasters, which is past that way, and past the buffalo herd right here, which is kind of a staple of this area, as well as giant-headed Albert Einstein and the giraffes, as well as this kind of wonder machine, whatever it is. But there is the new Lego Movie 2 experience in here, and it's kind of just a build experience. Actually, it looks like they have a city. Hunter, you want to go check this out? So it looks like they have an entire little just mini whatever the city is called. I can't even remember what it's called. I haven't seen Lego Movie 2, by the way.
This one is,
but it's
Apocalypseburg.
yeah, Apocalypseburg. I can't remember the name of it, but this is pretty impressive. So he's just saying over the loudspeaker that all of this is screen used. Everything behind plexiglass is screen used props, which is pretty incredible. Yeah, for at least the live action portions, which is pretty incredible. I would have never thought that. That's pretty amazing. Which is crazy. So, I mean, of course they have the live action portions, because a lot of the movies take place in the basement of someone's house. I'm pretty sure. At least that's what happened in the first one. I can't.
No, it's the same family.
It's the same family. Okay, perfect. But yeah, so live action portions, like Will Ferrell walks out and he's next to this.
He's in the movie, but he doesn't actually show up physically in the new one.
But like, you get what I'm saying. It's really, really cool to see all this. And by the way, 500,000 bricks were used in the live action portion alone, which is insane to think about. But I mean, you can see all of this right here. It's pretty fantastical. So we're standing pretty much in the way that Will Ferrell did, in a way, I guess. I don't know. Sure, whatever. So it definitely just seems like they took the set from Canada, because they did film it in Canada, and just brought it down to Carlsbad, California, which is pretty impressive. I mean, it's really cool to see all this, because this is all screen used, all of it, which is insane. I would have never expected that. And speaking of movies, look, it's an Oscar. Woo. But this is really, really cool. Definitely come check it out if you can. And here's the complete screen used Sisters room. That's pretty crazy. I'm starting to piece together what the movie actually, like the main plot actually was. So after checking out the Lego Movie 2 experience, which is really actually a lot cooler than I was expecting, here's the birthday cruise. So this is the regular cruise, but it's birthday themed, because Legoland is 20 years old this year, and just across the way is Ninjago World. Wow, this is actually pretty impressive, I must say. I actually want to get a look at this dragon real quick. That is fantastic looking. Like, that's pretty cool. But, wow. It's weird to actually see this here. This is like completely brand new to us, because last time we were here it was just behind a wall and we weren't allowed in. So this is really cool. So there's tons of little activities that you can do, like a rock wall to climb on for Tool, and then for Kai there's even like a little spinning activity. But the main reason we're here is Ninjago The Ride, which it says it's a 20-minute wait. So let's go ahead and enter this looking to be highly themed queue. So I feel like I've already missed some stuff, because it's kind of the newer stuff. I only watched like the first 2 seasons. I think it lied about the 20-minute wait. We're grabbing our 3D glasses. It's been 10 seconds. So this all looks really cool in here. Definitely looks like a dojo, but it does look like we're just gonna be chopping. Move, oh, hands forward, not sideways. Okay, so kind of like just pushing out. But it looks like the Triotech Dark Ride system. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to double check on that. So I really enjoy this station so far, but this is definitely got to be Triotech. I mean, look at the way that does that. I think it's a lot better than Iron Reef already, honestly. So let's see how it is. So we just rode Ninjago The Ride for the first time, and I ended up scoring 142,000. Hunter had 118,000, so I almost got to the 3rd level they have, which is at 158. That's a Master of Spinjitzu. But the ride's actually pretty good, honestly, a lot better than I was expecting.
The timeline's confusing.
Oh my gosh, stop talking about the timeline. No one cares about the timeline.
It goes from 2nd season to 1st season to 6th season.
Hunter.
Then the 2nd season again to the 1st season.
This isn't Star Tours.
Then it goes to 4th season.
This isn't Star Tours. You can give up on it, okay? So realistically, it is the Triotech Dark Ride system. I'm like 90% sure, honestly. But a much better version than Voyage to the Iron Reef. And you don't actually have a gun with you. You use your hand. You kind of like DJ rap with it, kind of like you know.
I was doing this.
You're scratching your record pretty much.
What I was doing the entire time, I was basically just punching, because you can.
Yeah, you can punch. So realistically, there's a little air that's blasting up at you that once you disrupt it, it actually figures out where to aim somehow with some technology. I'm not really sure. Motion something. I don't know. But the ride itself is actually quite enjoyable. It kind of just throws you in there and lets you keep going until the end. And the actual theming around the screens, because it is all mostly screen-based. Actually, pretty much everything is screen-based. But besides that, they do actually have some nice rock theming in the cave section, because there's a little cave section. But the ride itself was actually much better than I anticipated, and I really liked it. It's not a bad ride at all. I would not mind if Voyage was this. Like, that would be perfect. But the ride itself is very good. I give it a thumbs up. Not amazing by any standard. It's like not the best dark ride I've ever been in, but like the system itself is not the best for aiming. Like, I had no idea where it was going. I was aiming left and it would turn right. So it's really kind of touchy in that way. but the ride itself is actually very good, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great fit for this park. And Ninjago's not bad, right? Cool.
First 2 seasons.
Anyways,
Season 4.
let's look around in the land a little bit more, and then we're gonna go take the birthday cruise around Legoland. Let's do it.
Seasons 5.
Jay's my favorite. I don't care what Hunter says. He's wrong anyways. So here's one of the little activities. You can spin around like Jay. Pretty fun. And there is a little rock climbing wall for Cole, which is really cool, but yeah, I think it's awesome. This land is really well done. I mean, there's not really much to it, but what's here is pretty great for the kids, as well as, I mean, families with this ride. All right, Ninjago, maybe we'll see you soon. I really enjoy this little area, but right now, we're gonna head this way to the birthday cruise. So let's go up this little hill and take a left. Let's go do it.
Look, he's got a party hat. He's a real party animal. Yay!
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. If I'm gonna
I'm sorry, it's a pelican. I'm not sure, it's those.
Don't worry, guys. Unlike Elsa, he can't let it go. 282,000 Lego bricks. Elizabeth Tower is made out of 55,000.
That was like a huge one.
Here, left side, we have the Taj Mahal, also known as the Taj Mahal. It's built in the 17th century and it took 22,000 people to build in just 20 years. Ours would take that long to use that many people, but it is made out of 500,000 Lego bricks.
Do you see it? And Darth Vader, we all gotta get a picture with him, man.
And of course we have the Statue of Liberty. It stands 6 feet tall and is made out of 122,000 Lego bricks. And of course we have New York City. New York City is made out of 8 million Lego bricks. Welcome New York City, everybody, into the city that never sleeps.
So after checking out the birthday cruise as it is deemed this year, we're gonna go into the big store. That's the main Lego store at the front of the park, which technically we are not entering or exiting from the front, so might as well check it out now. So there's legitimately like everything you could think of Lego in this store, from the creator sets to City to Harry Potter to Disney even. Like, there is absolutely everything. Even the Legoland sets for Legoland. We saw one for the actual Castle Hotel. Hopefully we can see some more of those later. I want to actually see if I can purchase a Legoland set. And speaking of which, I think I just found one. So I'm actually going to try and get the glare off of that box. Maybe not. This is a Legoland exclusive set. So any Legoland you go to should have this. It actually says Legoland Billund on here, which is kind of funny. That's in Denmark. But you have the Dragon Coaster right here. An observation tower, which is kind of interesting. And a Miniland, a Miniland section right here, which is really cool. Ticket booth, as well as a spinning pirate ride, which is very cool. And then a submarine ride. I think this set is amazing. I don't know how much it costs. Where does it say? It's $120. So not a bad price for all you got. I mean, 1,300 pieces? That's quite a lot. I wish I had 120 to spend right now, though. So here's the set in its entirety. I mean, it has some base plates underneath, of course, and it also has some extra stuff on the side, as you can see by the price tag right there. But there is interchangeable stickers for the actual sign itself. So you could put California, Deutschland, Billund, Windsor, all of them. It's really, really a cool set. Here's the mini Castle Hotel set I was talking about, and this is $20. So not bad at all. Pretty cool though. And here's another set. It's a driving school, which is awesome, as well as a train, which I think we have one still. I'm not sure in the Lego Friends section. We'll see that in a little bit, but this is really cool. And I believe These are both $20 each. Keanu Reeves? And I know this is quite the popular set. This is the Strangest Things set. And this is $200, but it's not actually built like this. It's built one on top of the other, and one's upside down. And I'm sure you can figure out which one that is. So, funnily enough, they have a Lego store set, so you can build your own Lego store. Can't find the price on this anywhere. I'm guessing somewhere in the 30s range, though. So after much debate on what to get, Hunter ended up getting the Tron Legacy set with the light cycles, which is really cool. I've always wanted that set. I just thought it was a little expensive for what it is, but there's a lot of custom pieces with it, so it makes sense. But I bought the Lego store. So, I mean, I've bought so many things from Lego over the years because I'm a huge Lego fan. I figured, why not buy the entire store? You get it? And just to let you know, it was $25, so it was actually a lot less expensive than I was expecting. So that's awesome for a plus, and I got the whole store. Huh. But right next to the big shop's main entrance, or exit, I guess, there's the actual main entrance to Legoland California right there. So we finally got to the main entrance about 3 hours into our day, and you can see this lovely Lego statue of a dinosaur right here, all partied up for the 20th anniversary. And he's being ridden by a night duck, a duck knight. He's got a snake right there too. So I'm pretty sure this guy's just representing every part of Legoland, considering he does have a peg leg, as well as there's a pirate right there, and then there's a mini land with construction, and then a Lego friend, I guess. I don't know. Sure? I don't know. But we're actually, speaking of Lego friends, we're going to head in that direction. And here, just to let you know, is the Sea Life Aquarium entrance from the park. You can enter into the aquarium itself through this entrance here, and we're going to come across Coaster-saurus, my legitimate old favorite roller coaster. Yeah, when I was 8, I had quite the choice in coasters. So here's just an overlook of part of the Coast Cruise, or the birthday cruise as of right now. Here's the elephant. And right across the way is Coaster-saurus, a Zamperla roller coaster with quite the theme to it, actually. It's pretty much just generic dinosaur theming, but it doesn't look bad. And it goes through twice because it is such a short ride. But I don't know if we'll ride it. It's got quite the late wait, so it's about 25 to 30 minutes right now. So we'll just have to wait and see. And right next to Coaster-saurus, we have a sleeping fisherman who seems to have caught something. They do have a safari themed attraction. It's called Safari Trek, and it's about a 45-minute wait right now, so we probably won't hit this. At least that's what it says. It doesn't really look like it's a 45-minute wait. We'll just see what Hunter wants to do, right? But yeah, it's got a bunch of Lego-made animals, and it looks really cool on ride, actually. But it's not, like, the most impressive thing. I mean, besides, obviously, these Lego statues here. So let's go on Coaster-saurus. It actually doesn't look like it has that bad of a wait. It actually says it has a 12-minute wait. Yeah. But the queue is actually quite nice. It's pretty well themed, in all honesty. I mean, we probably will wait about maybe 10 minutes, it looks like, with the wait given, but not bad at all. Also, gotta love the views of the Lego dinosaurs all around. And Hunter, what type of dinosaur is this, huh?
Parasaurolophus.
Yes, that is correct. It is a Parasaurolophus. So we just got off of Coaster-saurus, which was actually a lot more enjoyable than I was thinking it was going to be. I could see why it was my favorite coaster, honestly, for at least a couple of years there. But it does feel like a Zamperla, I will say that right now. But nothing completely wrong with that. It was very smooth for the most part. And I mean, just a good, relaxing ride. Now we're actually going to go over to Safari Trek, which is the park's safari ride that you drive around in a car. And it looks like it's a 5-minute wait, so might as well do it. I mean, why not? nice relaxing ride, eh?
Let me do this.
What do you... Oh yeah, we both have steering wheels, by the way, which is kind of weird. I don't... okay. I'm sure it's more for the kids than anything. But for us, it's a little bizarre. Oh no, they're gonna get us... Oh yeah, they're baboons. I'm pretty sure they're like... Baby baboons? Baby baboons. I can't say it. Tunnel. Wait a second. This isn't Asia. Anyways. Oh yeah. We're back in Africa. So if you couldn't tell, we're doing more of the kid center rides right now. Obviously, with doing Safari Trek, that's one. But next up, we're actually going to go to Tale Brook. This was an old favorite of Hunter and mine. So, I mean, might as well do it right, even though it is more of, a kid-centered ride. But we don't really want to go into Heart Lake City as of yet. Let's go stop at Tale Brook. So this ride, if you did not know, is all about the classic fairy tales and mainly Red Riding Hood. There's a lot of popping up of the wolf throughout the entire ride. He's trying to get to little old Red over here. Well, not old, I mean, I guess she's pretty young, so yeah, that's fine, whatever. So we've got another occurrence of a wolf disturbing. Uh-oh. Means he's around. He's gonna try and blow the pigs' houses down. But up next is Hansel and Gretel. Hopefully the witch doesn't get to him, because that's no good. That's no good at all. I don't think humans are the most tasty things. I mean, like, have you ever, like,
Really good scruff.
licked someone's face? It's not very tasty. Anyways, yeah, Billy Goes Pro. And there's the witch. Oh, with a black cat and all. And of course, to go with the modern twist, you got your Prince Charming with a phone on, trying to get a call. Maybe he's on Tinder or something, I don't know. But look, it's Cinderella. And then it's Cinderella. Whoa, what a change. Why is it so quiet right now? It's kind of awkward. And now we're running into the dwarves, the 7 of them to be more exact. Really nice to see these guys outside of Disneyland. And now we're coming across George and
Why does he have a
insane
chainsaw?
beanstalk that has had a chainsaw tried to rip through it. It's pretty terrifying for him, I'm sure, up there. Uh-oh, we found ourselves in a cave. Maybe a cave of wonder, you might say. It's Aladdin and the Genie, but like not the Will Smith version. Because what's wrong with... Those are rollerblades, Hunter, not skates, gosh. We've made it back to Red's story. Oh no, she's gonna meet her grandma. Oh, is it really her grandma? Oh, whoa. They're dancing together. That's not the real ending. Oh my gosh. So, Tale Brook is a great ride. Fairy Tale Brook is always a great option for, if you have a small child with you. It's super cutesy. There's nothing really to it. It's pretty calm, but it's got a lot of cool things to look at. But now we're going to head into Heart Lake City, which is the Lego Friends area. I have not seen this yet. And also we're going to get some construction views of Lego Movie World, which is actually, it's coming here too. Instead of just Florida, it's coming here too. I'm not gonna lie, the Lego Friends area is very small. I mean, it's really 2 rides, and that's about it, and like some statuettes. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, this used to be the Duplo area. That was the last time I was over here. But it looks like Duplo is still gonna be making a comeback with Lego Movie World. But, I mean, as well as, some of your favorite characters from the Lego Movie and Lego Movie 2. Hopefully we can be down here when it opens. I'm really interested to check out one of the rides that is there. So it looks like they didn't get rid of Duplo completely. They moved a lot of the play areas up here where the Sky Ride is, or it used to be. They've torn that down completely now. We probably won't head up there because it doesn't really interest us. I mean, we're kind of, I'm a legal adult, so.
I'm not.
Yeah, soon, Hunter, soon. So we've now come across the driving schools, one of my old favorite rides, but of course, once you're over the age of 13, you are no longer allowed to ride on either of the driving school tracks. So you sadly, for me, it's been a long time since I've been able to ride this, which really makes me sad. It used to be one of my favorites, and I was always the only one following every traffic law. Man, I couldn't tell you how many times I got bumped or just ran into. Oh, it was bad. Who knew you could find some famous artwork at Legoland? But now we're gonna wait a little bit for this. But this is the Funtown Police and Fire Academy. And you pretty much try and beat others to the fire and try and put it out first. It's actually a lot of fun. All right, I brought the GoPro on this one. This should be a lot of fun. Sorry if it's like literally just going up and down the entire time and you get seasick. I'll put a seasick warning if it happens.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun.
Water's the robbers.
Do you want me to do this or do you want... So yeah, you have to push her this way and then you're gonna pump up and down too. So.
You have to hold it.
Oh, we have to hold it? Do you want to hold it or you want me to hold it?
Hold it.
Okay.
You're gonna do the main pumping power. Do you want to press the button or fire?
Okay. I don't remember the button.
The button's inside the hydrant.
Okay. This should be interesting.
Do you want me to fire or do you want to fire?
I don't care. You can fire.
Okay, fine.
So I'll press the button?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just have to hold on to it, or?
Yeah, you just hold on. That's the thing that provides the water for the guns.
Gotcha.
If you're not,
All right.
if you're not holding it down, there no water goes to the guns.
Hello everybody, welcome to Police and Fire Academy. Today we're going to rush down to Funtown in order to put out a fire or stop a robber. In order to do that though, we got to get our trucks over there, right? So the way you guys are going to do that is you guys are going to aim your joysticks towards those buildings, and then you're going to pump your levers all the way up and all the way down. That's really all you guys need to know though to get your trucks down there. You guys should be good to go at the sound of the bell. That's the bell right there, you guys are good to go. Keep your joysticks aimed all the way towards the buildings and do big pumps all the way towards the buildings.
Why is it so hard?
Do we have to do it in unison?
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Big pumps
all right, ready?
all the way
Up.
and all the way down.
There we go.
Keep your joystick aimed towards the building.
This is horrible. Hunter style.
I'll hold this forward for you guys, and you guys just focus on pumping all the way up and all the way down. And you guys are there.
Thank you.
Here, hold the button.
I'm holding the button. Wait, was that really? Perfect. All right, do you want me to hold it?
All right, nice job.
Wait.
You finish, make your way back to your vehicle, but don't leave quite yet. Take a quick break. Once you finish, take a quick break. We're all gonna race back to the station together on my count of 3. All right, we're all gonna race back to the station in 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go! Keep your joysticks pointed towards the station and you can pump all the way up and all the way down.
Come on, Nancy.
Who's gonna win today? It's a close-up between 67 and 6 wins. Nice.
Second place.
All right, please stay in your vehicle until everybody's reached
Close,
the end. You guys
but that was a lot of fun.
turn number
Really
5
kind of
all the way
tiring though. I'm out of breath.
Focus on doing big pumps all the way up and all the way down. Please stay in your vehicle until everybody's reached the end.
Just barely second place, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
You guys are all good to exit your vehicles. Thank you for taking.
So we just came down to the end of the street after getting very tired. And here's the Lego factory tour. We used to do this all the time, but right next to it is the water park entrances. So that's very cool. But now we're gonna go into one of Hunter's favorites, Adventurers Club. So let's do this.
Recent historical research, 6 of the keys combine to bring the secret of the 7.
So the whole point of this is to find all 7 keys. Let's see if we can do that. There are 2 in the rainforest section, so let's keep on the lookout. There's a parrot there, a panther, some monkeys, a toucan. I found one, Hunter. The red key is right there. Now let's see if we can find another key. There should be another. Did you find the green? Where is it? Oh, perfect. So we're 2 for 2. Awesome. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, lightning. But now we're heading into a pharaoh's tomb, which is a little creepy. I wonder how many keys are in here.
3.
Is there 3?
Yeah.
Well, there's 1. So we're 3 for 3 so far. Or I guess 3 for 5, technically. Little mummy. And a sarcophagus. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's another one. So we've got 4 of the 5. Where's the last one? Oh, Hunter, you know them all, don't you? Well, let's get out of the creepy tomb and head into... Whoa, the floor is shaking? What? That was something I don't remember. But here is the Arctic Cave, the Ice Kingdom to be exact. So we've gotten 5 so far. Then there's 7 in total.
I thought there were 6.
There's 7, I think. But here's an Arctic wolf, a whole wolf pack, actually. And a bear. A polar bear. Ah! He actually scared me. He scared me really good. So there's a 6th key right there. And then, uh-oh. That's not good. Why are penguins in the North Pole? Wait, what? Anyways. There's Adventurers Club. That's the entire thing. And I really think it's a nice, cool little walk through. Oh, you're right, Hunter. There is 6 keys, but we found all 6. Aren't you excited? Oh, okay. You were so insistent on going in this. But yeah, it's a cute little walkthrough for sure. I love doing it at least once every time. I remember there was one time we did it 6 times in a day, and we were still terrified of half of it. But yeah, cool. So after doing Adventurers Club, we're walking towards the pirate area, which used to be a favorite of ours, but it looks like the entire area is closed as of right now, and I think it closes around 5 o'clock, which does really stink, because I'd love to get on Splash Battle, as well as Pirate Reef, which is something we have never been on. But, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see to see if we can actually get into that area. Hopefully we can. So the pirate section is still open, but, it looks like all of the rides are closed, sadly. I'd love to get on Splash Battle. Splash Battle was one of my favorites as a little kid. Honestly, like, we'd have to do it every time. I don't care how wet I was gonna get. But, yeah, it's definitely down. And I think it's down for the day. As well as Captain Cranky's Challenge, which is just a typical flat ride. That's not bad at all. And then Pirate Reef is back here, but it looks like it is definitely closed for the day, which really stinks, because I'd love to go on it, because I've never been on it before. And I do find it interesting that they did close off this area. This ship used to be easy access for the pirate area, but now it's just part of the water park. So you have to pay a water park admission to get back there. But they do have a new splash pad right here, which is cool. All right, our last new ride to conquer. Lego City Deep Sea Adventure Submarine Ride, as they advertised it. Let's do it. It looks cool. And honestly, I think this is the best ride to precursor our trip to SeaWorld tomorrow. I'm really loving the theming, as well as this little pre-show. Those vehicles are quite fantastically themed, I must say. So we each get a treasure tracker, and we get to show off to the scuba divers where the treasure actually is. And we've got our first sign of life, a seahorse. Ooh. Oh, I see a gem. Might as well click the gem. Hey, I got a green. Sweet. Oh, would you look at him go? Oh, there's a crown. Perfect. Hey, real fish. Whoa. That's so cool. Oh, look, another gem. Alright, might as well do gems. Oh, it's so cool to see these fish going around. Looks like we're diving a little deeper now. Whoa! Black tip sharks. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, is that a gold brick?
Don't forget about
Oh. Oh, how cool is this? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, we're coming up on a shipwreck. Oh, that's what that is. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, that's treasure. Perfect. This is so cool. I actually really enjoy this. Oh, and a gem. Perfect. Oh, hi. That's a big squid. That's actually massive. But he's got a sword. Sweet. Alright, now we're going even deeper. Let's see what happens. I'm actually kind of nervous now. And everything's turning red. Does that mean lava's around? Hold on. Oh, hey. Art. That's one of them. Oh, I found another gym. Perfect. Oh, hi there. Hi, Steve. Bye, Steve. Wait, is there another gem? Yes, there is. All right, put in gem. Oh, pearls was an option. I should have done that earlier. Oopsies. I thought it was just general treasure. So, Deep Sea Adventure was actually a lot of fun. Like, I was not expecting that from the ride. Very enjoyable. I actually say I'd prefer this over Nemo, but that's because there's real fish swimming around, and also a lot of the effects are kind of cool. Just, I mean, not effects, but mainly just set pieces. The set pieces are really nice, and the fact that you're always on the lookout for treasure really helps this ride a lot because it has an interactive element. And whenever a ride has an interactive element, it really adds to a ride for me. Like, if I'm looking for treasure, it makes it a lot more interesting. So it's cool to focus not just on the ride, but on everything around it too. So I really enjoyed this. It's really good. All right, we just made it to our last stop of the day, Knights Tournament. We saved the most extreme for last. Now, we're not going to do level 5, I don't think. We're probably going to do level 4, because level 5 has 22 inversions. 22. That's like way more than the Smiler. But you can see, I think level 1 is on the left side, and level 5 is on the right, and then level 3 is on the very right. So we'll get some views of that as they start going. All right, 1 inversion. Big difference. 2 inversions. 3 inversions. 4. 5 inversions. 6. Oh man, level 5 is crazy. 7. And I think that's level 3 right there. They've only gone upside down twice, I think. That's 8 or 9. I've lost count of how many times they've gone upside down. I'm not gonna lie. So, Hunter, you want to do level 5?
No.
Oh. 4. Okay, we're gonna do 4. All right, so just 1 step down. That's okay with me. But yeah, they've already gone upside down like 12 times. I'm pretty sure, maybe 13. Like, they've already beaten Smiler out, which is insane. So, oh, maybe it wasn't 22. I don't know. I was told by somebody it was 22. That was not 22. Probably like 15. So we will not be riding today because they closed off the line 45 minutes before closing. And there's only about a 5-minute wait. I don't get Legoland, honestly, with its operating times. It does not make sense to me. Not at all. But we've got 3 level 5s across the board, so that'll be fun to watch in unison. Well, since we've been so disappointed by Knights Tournament being down for the rest of the day, apparently, we're gonna go on the Dragon. Once again, this is our first ride today, and now it will be our last. And it looks to be a complete walk-on, which is great news for us, because we're kind of getting tired. I mean, we've spent a good 5-6 hours here, and it's been a pretty good one. Overall, I'm just sad about Knights Tournament, and also the pirate area. I really wanted to go on Pirate Reef. So, hopefully we'll be able to do that in the future, because I'd love to come back. First and last ride of the day. Let's do it. Go.
Hey, look at me. I'm Tyrion. I'm Hand of the King. I'm like cool and stuff. 80 years old. Why the hell?
Oh no, not again! Alright, it's time to head out. So let's go head out through the Hideaways, which is just this nice playground over here. So that's been our day at Legoland pretty much. So we're actually heading out now, and I will sign it out in a little bit later because we've got quite the walk. So there you have it. Our first day at Legoland in a very long time. It's been years. Any thoughts? Meh. That's it.
I'm tired.
That's fair. It's been a long, kind of exhausting day. Not the most exhausting, but definitely more than most days we have. So it was a lot of fun though. We did most of the stuff we wanted to do, except for Knights Tournament and Splash Battle and Pirate Reef. Those were the only 3 things that we were really missing. But the crowds were not bad at all today. I mean, it was Father's Day, but I mean, the weather kind of kept a lot of people out, which was good for us. But we actually had a really good time. I would say I had a really good time, and I'm tempted to get a pass again. maybe for next year, especially with Lego Movie World being a thing over on this side of the US. So that'll be nice to have as an addition. But yeah, it's always a lot of fun. It's especially great for little kids. And I must reiterate, this is definitely a kid-friendly park. I mean, that's the main focus, is definitely going to be kids. But there's nothing wrong with that. You need that in this market. I mean, Disneyland's like family. Same with SeaWorld, even more family, almost teen. But it's really nice to just have kid-focused for the main reason that, you know, Legoland makes most of the rides. So it's really nice to have that. But now our semi-long walk back to our hotel room before we head out tomorrow to go to SeaWorld, which Hunter hasn't been in over a decade. So it'll be cool to see his reactions to everything. But this is officially the last clip I will shoot for today's video. I know I've been kind of teasing an ending, kind of like Return of the King. If you know that reference, you're amazing. But I think a really good day overall. I really enjoyed Deep Sea Adventure way more than I was expecting. It was nice to be back on Coaster-saurus and the dragon, and even Technic coaster, even if it's just a wild mouse clone, it's fine by me. It was still nice to get back on it and just to be able to experience everything that I've been missing for the past couple of years, because we used to come here all the time and it was nice to be back. So this does not end our San Diego kind of weekend, though. We are going to SeaWorld tomorrow, so it should be a lot of fun to do that. So, and I might do a resort tour, but we'll see. But until then, we'll see you on the next ride.